Hello everybody, welcome back to another CPL 8 cast. My name is Cole Workgates, and today I'm joined by Packrat. Say hi, Packrat.
Hello.
And we are going to cast Group 30 with the players you can see on the screen. A lot of very recognizable names here. So I'm sure these games will be really good, and that being said, let's get into it.
Yeah, who do we have first?
I forget who's in this replay. We'll find out, because you can't see what the name of the replay is when you're in the...
I know, it's crazy.
In the lobby. Yeah, it's a small indie company. They can't fix that kind of stuff. Alright, in the top right we have the green Zerg iRk-tarpman, and in the bottom left, the magenta Terran Theseus.
I am excited to see Tarpman play. I played him once in preseason, I think, last season.
Mm-hmm.
But as best I can tell, he's been improving a lot recently.
Yeah, he was in my group in the first week, and he beat me. So
yeah,
he must be really good.
He has been terrorizing some folks, so I'm interested to see how this game goes.
Nice. We have some iRk support in the chat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we have AgGe in this group as well.
Yeah.
Dear iRk's dear leader.
Is he actually the leader?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know.
Yeah, AgGe's the leader of iRk.
I did not know that. Well, that's why you get those co-casters for that knowledge.
Yeah, he does a lot of their admin stuff. I'm interested to see how Tarpman's going to open. I have a guess at how Theseus is going to open. I think Theseus mostly plays mech. I don't think I've seen him play Bio versus Zerg.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
But maybe he'll bust it out. Who knows?
Yeah, like the Goliath build is always really popular in CPL because it's like such a beginner-friendly build.
Yeah, I don't know if he does the Goliath build's not really all in. I don't know if he does it like a dedicated push like that, or more just, I don't know, slow mech style. But he does kind of play that. We got a drone coming out. I think this is a little late for your scouting drone, but maybe not. And getting a pool. All right, probably going to be 2 hatch then from Tarpman. And there's the gas from Theseus, so probably going to be mech. Unless this is the game when he's going to bust out 2-port Wraith. That would be sick.
Hell yeah, that'd be amazing, dude. So if it was going to be Bio, it'd be like an expansion rather than the gas, right?
Yeah, you don't take the gas so early. You would expand, or I mean, you could also make a second barrack or something, but you don't need the gas for anything that early on. And there is the factory, so.
I'm not sure if Tarpman saw that. It was if it was right on the edge of the vision. But Theseus did not waste any time, just plopped it down.
Oh, and I was wrong. Tarpman's going to go for a 3rd hatch.
Yeah.
So, 3 hatch. Personally, I feel like 3 hatch is nice against mech, because mech versus Zerg ends up being a macro battle, and the 3 hatch build is just more macro oriented in that way. But we'll see. And
yeah.
Theseus taken all the way off the gas.
So you think
to make the expansion?
Just vultures for a little bit, or is that just cutting gas to get the command center faster?
I don't know all the details. I think you just have to cut it to get the CC. I know that you usually are only making... You want to make a couple vultures for a while, because the vulture forces Zerg to make this creep colony that Tarpman is making, and then also it makes it so Zerg cannot easily expand. So if you don't have the vultures, then Zerg can just go take a 3rd base. But with it, they can't get a drone out until they get either Hydras or Mutas to go chase the vulture away. And Theseus doing a good job keeping the scouting probe alive too. It's not letting anything slip by. We see a layer. I don't think there was Ling speed. Yeah, I don't see Ling speed before layer or anything, so nothing crazy.
Everything pretty standard so far.
Vulture's keeping him honest. Checks to see the creep is there. It is. Ling speed does start. It's a little interesting to me. I feel like usually you delay or just like don't get link speed because you don't want to build a lot of lings.
Yeah.
But maybe he wants it. It is more difficult to kill lings with vultures than you might think. Like the vultures are good against lings if they have the space, but like speedlings versus a small number of vultures like can kill the vultures.
Yeah, it takes a lot of APM and focus to keep the vultures alive, which is not as easy as it looks.
In the production tab, we've got a lot of lings.
So once we hit those,
Theseus decided to cash these in.
Does manage to force the drones off of the natural for a little bit. There's a ton of links here. I think they will be able to clean it up if they can figure out how to path behind the mineral line.
This is like my least favorite thing to do with Zerglings, to try to convince them to come around from 2 angles.
Yeah.
It's annoying. But it looks like I don't think Theseus has a lot at home. Like those 3 vultures are pretty much his whole army. And making Goliaths now. Goliaths are pretty good against lings, so you can get some out. Fine. If this bunker finishes, that'll also make it a lot harder to do anything.
Here, there's only 2 Marines and 1 Goliath, and the Goliath gets surrendered right away. The bunker is, I like it, just burst it down before any SCVs can come to repair it. Oh my god, is Theseus just gonna get wiped out here?
It's definitely a risk. I don't think he's got like 1 Goliath. That's not enough.
Trying to block the ramp here, kind of drills his own Goliath, but it seems like it worked. But this is still pretty rough for Terran. Take a lot of damage here.
Yeah, it's rather dire, and if we go back to Tarpman's base, it looks like he is stepping on the gas pedal here. We got Lurker morphing somewhere?
Yeah, it's like in the middle of the map.
Nice. Morphin Lurker. Mech usually does not get comsats until later, so Lurkers can be dangerous, but yeah, I think if just rallying lings off 3 hatches might be enough. There's just not enough production for Theseus.
No plan,
especially not with his Nat getting ravaged, and yeah, that's game.
Yeah, it's funny because like you normally see people like completely comfortable to throw away those vultures, but it's like it was just a little bit too early. There wasn't quite enough back home to.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, that's kind of the danger of caching in the vultures like that.
Yeah.
It's like, you can. If Zerg is being a nice, friendly neighborhood Zerg, then you can kill some of their drones and be annoying. But like, if they were all inning you, that's your whole army right there.
Yeah. I wonder if it's an issue of the difference between like 2 hatch and 3 hatch. Like a 2 hatch player wouldn't have had as many lings. But anyway,
I think it's probably harder to do with 2 hatch. But yeah, so we got in the pink, in the top right is Tarpman, and in the green Protoss, and the bottom left is Y2Kid.
Yeah, and Y2Kid is definitely a CPL staple. This season, he's done a lot of cool work. He's made the app. It's going to help us with scheduling and organizing a tournament. So that's pretty awesome.
It is indeed cool. And Tarpman again. I'm interested to see if he wants to play his ZVP as aggressively as his ZVT.
Yeah, we'll see. There's definitely plenty of potential for mass slings to do a ton of damage in this matchup too. I'm kind of worried about this pylon. I think it's too far back. Like, I'm not sure if you can place the forge next to the egg from this distance, but I guess we'll find out.
In my in my attempts to play Protoss, I have avoided trying to forge fast expand just because I can never keep track of. This is why I play Zerg, man. I can't wall. I can never learn how all these things set up. Like,
it seems like now more than ever, like map makers are trying to make it very straightforward to wall, which helps. True. But like it's especially when like sometimes like when Ladder brings back like a really old map, you have to like find ancient Pro League screenshots of how Protoss players wall on these maps. It's like you have to have like 3 probes in exactly the right position to wall.
Yeah. And it looks like an overpool from Tarpman. He is gonna drone scout. Sometimes you can get away with not drone scouting on Eclipse because your overlord's gonna get there eventually, but it is good to be able to see if they're going gate or forge, and he will see now that it is indeed gate. And the first cell, it is not quite out yet.
Yeah, so a gateway expand, like the last 2 CPL seasons or so, it was getting really, really popular. It seems like Forge expand is starting to rise again, but I think both of them are completely fine.
There was a while when gate expand was like the hotness, and I feel like it's interesting because I don't know that the reasons that the pro meta shifted would apply to CPL, but it was hot. The pros were doing it for a while, and then they kind of have backed off of it a little bit. I feel like the pro Zergs have gotten better at just not letting Protoss like get anything with the early zealots.
Yeah.
And so now they're going back to opening forge in some cases, but us CPL players can't stop us from copying pro builds.
Exactly.
No matter how much it drives coaches up the wall.
Exactly.
I'm gonna see some shit on ASL and be like, damn, I want to do that. So
yeah. Like there was I forget who it was, but it was like a PvP where one of the players went like 2 robos and just mass produced reavers and shuttles, and it was really bad and he lost terribly, but I wanted to do it so bad. Like,
yeah. And it looks like I'm interested to see if Tarpman's going to go for a layer here. I think that was an extractor before the 3rd hatchery, which usually means layer. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. And Y2 Kid being judicious about his cannon timing. Got the core down before having to put down the pylon cannon, the photon cannon. So that's convenient.
Yeah, that's where you want to be with a gateway expand. I'm a little worried about like the forge being below the egg like this. Like the screenshot that I memorized has the forge like 1 cell above where it is now.
Yeah,
like,
is that tight?
It certainly does not look tight, right? It looks like you could fit like a dragoon in that gap, but who knows if it actually works.
Well, this is not a game where it looks matter because the other side, the right side of that gateway totally looks like a Zergling can fit through there, but I'm almost certain that is tight.
Yeah, a gateway with terrain on the right is tight.
Never changed Brood War.
Exactly.
And it looks like just some friendly neighborhood droning up from Tarpman is getting wing speed. I don't see a Spire. Oh, there's Spire. Okay,
there you go.
Is that on time?
I think like
Stargate's already like half done. Yeah, probably fine.
Yeah, I think it's normal. It's normal. Wait for this to line up.
Spire openings scare me a little bit because you're kind of locked into this. If you're behind on the time, you can't make it faster. But yeah, pretty darn normal stuff going on. We got the Citadel coming up behind the Stargate. I assume the Stargate's going to start flashing in just a minute here when we get 100 gas for our Corsair. There we go. And I'm guessing Zerg's got 7 drones in production. I'm probably going to hit their next couple hatcheries in the Hydra Den in just a minute here. Man, this is an annoying probe. A long time.
It does finally go down right as that hatchery comes up, as you predicted. So that first Corsair is out. It's going to go scout and see what's up in the Zerg base and like that. Spire is still going to be done by the time the Corsair gets there, so that Spire timing is still pretty good.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't. So this said a lot, but like it's kind of dangerous to stop and kill an Overlord with your first Corsair, because like if Zerg is doing something all in, you won't see it in time. I don't think it'll really matter this time, because like they'll just be Scourge there.
This always annoys me playing Zerg when someone does this to me, and I'm like, dude, you don't know what I'm doing over here. I could, I can be doing anything in my bases. Like, you're really gonna disrespect me by going for my Overlord like that? Come scout first. But I'm never doing anything all that interesting, so it doesn't matter.
It's like, I'm not all-inning you, but I could be.
I'm not, but you should respect that I have the potential to.
Exactly.
And I don't think he really did get a look at the main. I guess the fact that you see Scourge means you know there's a Spire.
Yeah. I think
there are
saw the
2 gases.
The Hydra Den in the natural.
And it looks like all the Scourge died. Oh no, there are some that are still there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't do Muta all-ins versus Protoss very often. I don't know what you're looking for with your Corsair to know whether you're getting muted.
Well, no Den.
No Den. Yeah, I guess that would.
Yeah. If there is a gas at the third, that's like if there's a Spire and a gas and 3 gases, that's like a red alert for mutas.
Well,
in my mind.
We can see with the benefit of caster vision that there is not a gas at the third, and it looks like going to be going into Hydra upgrades and Hydras for defense. +1, I think, is done. Wondering if Y2 Kid is going to want to go for a poke with the Zealots, or if he's going to just decide to skip that. I guess you don't really have to poke with the Zealots.
Yeah, well, it seems like we got Templar tech before leg speed. Like, we started the archives and then leg speed, so leg speed is actually not done yet. But as soon as I try to say something, the Zealots do leave the base. To at least
slow Zealots are dangerous. Yeah, because those can get picked off by Hydras pretty easily.
Ooh, they were bringing. I didn't see if Storm was done, but I imagine that at least intended to start Storm if he's leaving the base.
That would be quite the bluff to bring your 2 High Templar that don't have Storm and just, like, I don't know, hope that Zerg freaks out or something.
This is a little bit unusual. It's kind of all going to ride on these Storms here. Oh my god, these Lings are hungry. They want to pick off these Templar. A bunch of Hydras in the middle. The Zealots were on move command. All right, let's see these Storms. This is kind of what this whole push is going to be working for here. Oh, and Corsairs in the natural trying to get some Overlords. Oh, a nice Storm.
Good Storm.
Huge Storms. But is it enough? Like, it's kind of, that's it. That's like your whole push.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, like, it's just so late. It's like 9 minutes now. Like, Zerg can just make all the Hydras they want at this point. They've got 6 hatcheries. They've got the drones. So, it's not too tough to just SH. These Corsairs are going to be very annoying, though. Picking off Overlords. The Overlords never run where you want them to run. You know, like they run in inconvenient directions when they start getting hit by the Corsairs. Like, them having speed is nice, but then it means they just, like, fly off into corners and you can't protect them with your Hydras. Yeah. Worked an Archon too. That's a little surprising to me. I mean, I guess maybe the Archon is, well, if the Archon doesn't go home, he's definitely going to die to these Hydras. I don't think one Archon beats a control group of Hydralisks.
No, they're not quite that strong. Oh god, these goons, I don't know what they're doing. They're going to the third, but their buddies are being left here to be picked off by a ton of Hydras. There is one Templar here, back to the natural. Oh my god, there we go. Big money Storm on the back there. With these cannons and the goons, I don't think Protoss is going to die here, but this is not good either. We almost have an advantage.
It's definitely Storm. Dangerous.
Yeah. That Storm kind of split the middle there.
Ooh, losing their Observer too.
Yeah.
Zerg's getting Lurker aspect behind this. Zerg knows that I'm trying to get this third up.
This would be a pretty fast third. I don't think these Hydras were on move command for so long that I guess Protoss might actually be able to clean this up with these goons here. So we'll see. This is looking okay for TOS right now, but there's no Templar left. We lost our only Observer. We're not making any more yet, and you did see Lurker aspect on the way, so this could be scary.
Yeah. And Zerg looks like just going to take a fourth, so morphing a couple of Lurkers. I'm interested to see whether Tarpman does a big drone round here or a big Hydra round here. It looks like we're thinking maybe somewhere in the middle.
Right.
not usually a fan of somewhere in the middle. I feel like if you, at this point in the game, it seems like you usually either want to be making all drones with your larva or all hydras with your larva or something.
Yeah.
But this seems like it might work out anyway. He's getting up to a pretty good drone count. We'll be able to saturate this fourth like right away. And looks like we're probably just going to go into a macro game. Protoss has replenished their supply of High Templar, although I don't think they have storms quite yet. Maybe one of them has a storm. And getting a couple of observers out as well. Well, yeah, like this push to me, like this looks like a, I don't know, it looks too small. Like,
yeah.
You lost a bunch of zealots early. You only have like 2 High Templar. I don't see an observer. I assume there's one somewhere on the map, but this is not like the fearsome 2-1 push.
Yeah, I'm worried that like this is a case of like Y2 kids memorized. Okay, you push out at 12 minutes.
Yeah, if he takes this fight here, like this whole army is gonna die. It doesn't even matter how good the storms are. I don't think.
Yeah, I think like if your third is established, you just sit back and macro up. You're not gonna win any fights right now like this. Yeah, running into these lurkers, a huge arc, ton of links right on top of the goons. No storms yet. There we go. One does go down on the links, but there's still a lot of hydras behind. There's some more storms. So Protoss should just leave now, I think. Like, this is like as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah.
There's so many lurkers, there's no... Oh, we do have an observer, but 4 goons is not gonna cut it against this many lurkers.
No, absolutely not.
Oh my god, why is it good? Please, go home. Go home! Trying really hard here to make something happen.
Meanwhile, Zerg is up to 55 drones, even more, and moving into like melee upgrades. I assume maybe there's a Queen's Nest. Yeah, we got Hive Morphin, so probably gonna go into that like, I don't know. This is the part of the game where I like to just like make a lot of Zerglings because once they have the crack upgrade, they're really nice.
Yeah, I have so many games where like I win a huge fight, but I only have goons left, and then a million crackling spawn and everything dies.
They're good units, man.
Oh yeah.
Y2 Kid's also floating quite a lot of resources at this point. I mean, it is good to be able to have this base up, but only on like 8 gates, I think. It just isn't that many.
Yeah, I think there was just a lot of focus on that push.
Yeah.
Seems like we're gearing up to try to take this fourth now, which I think is a good play.
Yeah. I actually feel like Zerg should not be letting a fourth go up here easily.
Yeah. It seems like Tarpman is like just happy to just sit back and build up, because we've seen a couple times where Protoss has lost like their whole army, and Tarpman hasn't pushed for it other than that one time where he got stormed. Yeah.
I mean, I think it is a little bit of an awkward time for Zerg because like you don't have the Carapace attack like upgrades yet, so you're at a kind of rough disadvantage there. But this fourth base is so open. I feel like you should be camping in. But looks like Y2 Kid's gonna go for a push again. Supplies are even with Zerg, which is usually pretty dire for the Protoss. Zerg is kind of spread out, but I feel like as this stuff trickles in, it's just gonna eat this army.
Yeah, we've seen some big storms, but Zerg just has so much stuff. Basically, lurkers surrounding from every angle. Even playing again from the back here.
So many lurkers, and all these High Templar are gonna die. Those are expensive. And I guess Y2 Kid has a good enough economy that he can afford to reproduce this, but I just don't think there's enough production. Like, he's not gonna have an army for like a good couple of minutes.
Right.
And Zerg can just do anything they want. Once again, Tarpman's deciding that the best way to deal damage is to just make some more drones.
Yeah, wait for
get
attack
upgrades.
Yeah.
We're at 1-1 now. We have 3 upgrades at a time coming along, and Consume and a couple of Defilers. So maybe that's the goal. Is we're gonna get Dark Swarm. Like, breaking this third base on Eclipse is just always a mistake in my opinion. Until you have a Defiler, like. I've lost so many games where I'm like, I'm way ahead. I'm almost maxed. I'm gonna go break that base up this ramp. And it's like, where did my whole army go? You can fit a lot of cannons in there. But we'll see if Y2Kid gets away with just placing this base here. I mean, this army is tiny. I feel like Zerg could just wipe this away.
Like, this is literally one control group right here. And Zerg is getting pretty scary. Seems like it might be waiting for these defilers to get online. Consume is done. I see one defiler in production, along with Plague.
There are a couple at the Nat that just ate some wings up to full energy.
Yeah, very scary.
Mana, is it?
It's energy. I bet it's for Warcraft.
And Tarpman's going to be taken. I guess maybe this is the boa constrictors are never going to attack you. I'm going to take both the corners now. So, good luck.
Exactly.
You want any more minerals, you can come and take them.
Make it Protoss' problem.
Yeah.
To deal with. Speaking of which, seems like Y2Kid has found this base in the top left, very bravely going out to fight it here, but
look at all the Zerg moving on the map.
Yeah, this is really scary. Look at the mini-map, just pink dots going everywhere.
Lings counter-attacking, lurkers lurking.
There's a bunch of cannons here, but cannons really fall off in value when they're out in the open, especially if a defiler gets here. We see one Hydra get stormed. Because fuck that guy.
Yeah. And Y2K manages to win this fight, but Zerg already took another 5th base, and there's still so much. Look at all the Zerg going through Tarpman's 4th base area. It is a pain to control, but if it arrives here in one clump, I don't think Y2K can stop it. And there's a defiler too. Dark Swarm. Fighting zealots under Dark Swarm. Not a great idea always.
It's okay, we got lurkers, and they cheat. They don't get hurt by anything. So this, Y2Kid's units are really performing very well here. I'm actually amazed at how well this defense has gone.
Yeah, I feel like Tarpman is having trouble getting all of his, marshaling his whole army at the same time.
Right.
It does have a tendency to all just sort of trickle in and fight in parts. And that Dark Swarm was actually kind of a non-bow because he mostly had Hydras under it fighting zealots. But I still think that it's going to be pretty difficult it should be pretty difficult for Y2Kid to ever get another expansion, because I don't think he's going to be able to get the bottom corners, and then this top double gas is so hard to hold.
Yeah, I do feel like that this matchup on this map, if it goes to the late game, it is all about the bottom right, because if either player gets one of those bases, they basically get both, and they're so hard to break once they're down because of the tiny ramp.
Yeah, I hate trying to break the bottom left. I'll often just I'll take one of those just as my 4th, just so that I don't have to deal with it.
yeah, so for us can't get it.
Such a pain.
Alright, Y2K pushing in again. Tarpman is actually supply blocked.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Got all these Templar though, they're so exposed. Try to get off as many storms as you can before they get left behind. Oh my god, there's so many Templar being chewed up. So much value here.
This is a big army from Tarpman. It has good upgrades, but Zerg's upgrades are caught up as well now.
Yeah.
Zerg's at 2-2 on the melee, and I don't know if there's enough here. And the catch-up on the Dragoons.
Yeah. I always love when an Archon is plagued. Oh no, 7 damage. Oh my god, Zerg coming from every angle, surrounding this army. And not long for this world.
Like a campaign mission.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is like the cutscene that plays at the end of the campaign mission.
Yeah. Kerrigan is saying some snarky shit.
Exactly.
And yeah, I just don't know how Protoss can ever replace that army. I mean, we do have a few more gateways now, and Y2Kid has a decent bank, but in the time it's going to take to make another army like that, it just seems like Zerg's going to take a 6th base. Ooh, Scourge kills the dropship too. Oh, no. That always feels good.
Yeah, I didn't even see that.
You hate to see a shuttle flying towards your main base just brazenly. And yeah, Tarpman taking this other corner base, which means the only base left to take for Protoss, unless he wants to try to break the corners, is to take this double gas, and that looks really far away. And the main and Nat are, of course, mined out now. And I think those gases are mostly dry by now. Are they depleted? Yeah, main's depleted, and I think Nat has got just a lick left, so...
Oh my god, these are the bravest zealots I've ever seen in the top left. You just plagued 3 zealots.
Yeah.
Like, it's free anyway, who cares? Oh my god.
Y2Kid just keeps getting a lot done with these little armies that I don't think is going to be getting anything done.
Bunch of lurkers morphing here. At the 4th base of Zerg, they're being brought in to try to fight over this base, but it seems like every time Y2K has just barely enough to survive to the next wave. But maybe as soon as I say that, that's when he actually starts losing.
Yeah, this Archon's gonna go down, and I mean, I guess maybe this was Tarpman's plan all along. You don't have to break bases full of cannons if you just take all the bases.
Exactly.
Doesn't have to leave his side of the map.
We do have a Reaver being built at the 4th of Protoss, but the defensive Reaver is kind of only useful if Tarpman actually attacks.
Yeah. Tarpman's up to 66 drones now. Protoss is doing some High Templar drops. Those are annoying. But, I mean, with the drone count and base count Tarpman has, he can afford to just replace those. He is going to get out with the shuttle, though. That's always very annoying.
There's a probe in the bottom right.
Yeah, this is like a really sad probe. It's like, oh no.
Oh no.
I really needed this base. Yeah. Y2Kid agrees. That's GG.
Yeah. Well, I don't have to fight that. It's a very well fought macro game there from Tarpman.
Yeah.
Oop, this is the wrong game. Hold on. Here we go.
Yeah, Eclipse. I don't know. How do you feel about Eclipse just as a map? I feel like it's going to be in the pool. I knew it was going to be in the pool.
It's like I gotta get used to it because I think we're gonna be playing it for like 20 years. I don't have like super strong opinions about it. Like I like 2-player maps like conceptually, and like I think some of the math says that it's good for Protoss, but I don't feel super comfortable on it because of like how open all the bases past 3 are. Like,
yeah,
it just feels super awkward. But anyway, here in the top right in the army green, someone said it's iRk-tarpman. And the bottom left in the gray, it's iRk-AgGe playing as Protoss, because I think he race picks.
I think so, yeah.
He main Zerg and then race picks Protoss, I think.
Yeah, main Zerg and race picks PBZ. I feel like Eclipse is a complicated map to play a macro game on because of how the bases work. Like,
right.
You're playing a big macro game on like a Polypoid or a Fighting Spirit or whatever, like, it's kind of simple to think about who's going to expand where, but like, I don't know, Eclipse has this way of like, it pulls you in 2 different directions because there's both the double gas and the corner bases that are valuable, and like a lot of different kind of attack paths and stuff through that. It's a complicated map. Let's see. Looks like Tarpman's probably, well, not going for a 9 pool at least. We have an Overlord in production.
Tarpman has been in the top right every time. That's some map hack shit going on. Like, he hosted a different version of the map.
Is top right where you want, though? I think if you're Zerg, I think you want to be bottom left against Protoss because the Forge sticks out from the wall. So you can pick it off with Hydras. Makes 973 better and stuff. And it is an overpool from Tarpman. And we see a gate from AgGe.
Yeah, so overpool, like, is technically weak against gate expand. It's not like a huge weakness. But like, I guess if you knew that they were going to gate expand, you would do a 12 hatch, I think.
Yeah, or maybe 11 hatch.
Yeah, yeah.
I never like to do it though, because then your timing on like having the lings spawn is very, very tight. That always makes me nervous.
Yeah, I think like the reason that Overpool is so popular is that it can handle.
Yeah,
just about anything.
You're not in any risk of. Well, I mean, you can die just because if you don't make enough lings or something, but like you have the tools available to hold gate expand if you do it well. And Tarpman's gonna put down a third hatch. It looks like in a minute here. Yeah, and no gas yet. I think indicates probably not a lair build. That would be a bit of a late gas for a lair build, I think.
Yeah.
But you never know. And
the pro gets cornered.
No, he's gone. So AgGe won't know what this gas is for right away, which can be dangerous. Is putting down a forge, getting many probes. What's in production from Zerg? Drones. Nothing crazy yet.
Right. I'm curious to see if this will be like a 3-hatch Hydra. Or
I'm curious as well. I wonder. Like, I feel like a lot of CPL players don't have that many builds. So like usually, if I just saw him go lair, I would kind of expect him to go lair again. But some people like to switch it up. And there's the lair.
Yeah, especially in the preseason. Like, if you're like me, you're really rusty, and you just like try to memorize like one build to do correctly.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. This time though, around it looks like AgGe opting for the cannon.
Yeah,
the core.
I'm really hoping you didn't just forget the cyber core. I'm not. Okay,
that
there we go. It is started.
Yeah,
but this is kind of late. This is definitely gonna be, if he does try to go for Crusaders, it's gonna be way later than the Spire. And if Tarpman recognizes that, I mean, I think there's a potential for a mutas here. And this is one of the things about Gateway Expand is like I think you like unless you know that you're going to die, you just have to delay that cannon.
Yeah.
You just have to rely on your zealots if they try to bust you. But what's done is done. AgGe is trying to posture here with these 3 zealots. Actually splits off 1, I think trying to head to the 3rd maybe, but it gets cut off by these links. It's going to get chewed down before it can escape. And AgGe will be left in the dark about what's going on here in Zergland, which is going to be a Spire.
And that's kind of rough because now these 2 zealots can't really get in with the links that are out. So he's not going to see anything until he gets the Corsair up, but the Stargate is like almost behind the Spire. I mean, I don't think it's going to be...
Yeah, these zealots are going to get denied from getting any vision here.
Does see ling speed finish? I guess that would be an indicator that's probably not about to be 3-hatch Hydra, because that's a lot of Zerglings and ling speed. But, otherwise, no real indicator as to what Tarpman is doing. And Stargate is just finishing up.
AgGe is blocking his choke with 5 probes. He absolutely does not want to die to a ling run by. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you did just lose all those zealots, like, you don't really have, one cannon is not going to stop 8 speedlings.
Right, like, and this is the thing about, like, if you lose the early zealots, like, your 7:30 timing is going to be weaker, or it probably just won't happen. Like, and that's going to make your next push weaker. So, like, it all just adds up eventually.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like there's going to be any 7:30 timing from AgGe, at least.
Right.
And Zerg can just kind of comfortably drone. I mean, he's going to have Scourge out, like, I think before the Corsair even finishes. There it is. Definitely before the Corsair gets there. Won't have any opportunity to, like, really stay around and see what's going on. Might be able to pick off an Overlord, but he's gotten no scouting information up until now. And Zerg knows that all of Protoss' zealots died, so it doesn't have to make Hydras yet.
Right. Oh, his Corsair flies directly into 1 Scourge, but gets to live long enough to see the Spire. Trying to juke the Scourge here. trying to get back home. But that's pretty much. There's gonna be no Overlord kills here, and AgGe has left it at 1 Corsair, which I think is fine. It's worth it to get that scout off with just one.
It's a little dangerous to stop at 1 Corsair if you see a Spire, right? Like.
Yeah, but like I feel like, especially given like the fact that the Corsair was late, like if there were going to be mutas, then it would have happened already.
Did he lose the Sayer?
No,
I lost track of it.
It made it back to the natural. Oh, and he did get a second one, so I guess I lied.
Oh, okay. I saw the Scourge poking in. There was no cannon at the main yet. But looks like Tarpman is going back for some more drones. Just getting those Hydra upgrades. Seems like maybe he likes to play his EVP more defensively.
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't feel the need to push out.
It definitely worked out last time.
It did, yeah.
And like I mean, I think it makes sense at this time. Like Protoss has kind of put themselves in a bad shape. They're about to lose 2 more zealots, so you know, just if you're Zerg, just keep doing your thing and make it the other player's problem to solve.
4 zealots versus 5 hydras on a ramp. This is a little dangerous, but looks like Hydra buddies coming from the main will make sure this doesn't actually end up doing anything.
Yeah, this is one thing that I like. This third base only has 1 ramp, as compared to like Fighting Spirit, where they have 2.
Yeah.
So like, if you attack this base with your zealots, you are going to lose them, even if you do a bunch of damage. And this time there was not a ton of damage. I think like 1 drone went down and a few hydras. Like Zerg is completely fine with that. Like, because now AgGe can't attack for like at least 4 minutes.
Yeah, and Zerg is making a bunch of hydras, so maybe he wants to go try to get a contain or something going. Right. Ooh, and a shuttle in production from AgGe.
Yeah, I do this a lot. Like, it's a lot easier to do when you have Corsairs, when you like air control. But like, I feel like, why wouldn't you just make 1 shuttle and 1 DT like when your robo finishes? Like, it's a very small cost, and if you can get it, like into the main
super
or third,
annoying.
Yeah, you can kill so many drones with it. I think it's pretty good, like risk reward ratio.
But Tarpman's got like 10 drones in production. So yeah, this is the big danger for the Protoss. Is like, if you know, now there's no danger for the Zerg, and so he's just gonna like probably go take a 4th base, get up to 55 drones, get everything he ever wanted and more.
Oh no, this DT comes out to poke these hydras as soon as the Overlord flies in. Awful time.
Rip.
For Zerg.
There's Scourge still out. There's actually like good scouting for drops for the most part.
Yeah,
got a couple Scourge in one space, got an Overlord in another corner. We got stuff out front, so I think it might be hard to get a shuttle out. Did I see the shuttle? It's at the nat. I'm keeping my eye on that shuttle, man. It's like,
oh, it's gonna be a storm drive. I just clicked on it.
Yeah,
so,
2 High Templar, 2 Zealots.
And trying to clear the path here with these 3 Corsairs, which isn't a bad idea, but it is going to make it even more obvious. It's going to set off all the alarms in Tarpman's head here.
And Tarpman is going right away for that hive, so looks like this is just kind of the style he likes to play. Sneaky shuttle. There's another Overlord here, though. I wonder if the Corsairs are getting chased away by Scourge. Will he see it? He could, in theory, know it's there right now.
Oh, the Scourge!
Like he does. Here comes the Scourge.
No, there's no speed upgrade.
Does that shuttle have speed?
Oh no!
Oh, that's rough.
That sucks. Oh, and
that's really bad.
And speed was like halfway done too. Oh no!
That is painful.
Yeah, so that was like 300 gas, and then like 600 minerals, I think, in total there. That's a big oof right there. And like the time building up mana on the Templars, like,
ooh, can you snipe this Templar?
No!
That's pretty bad. There's a lot of Zealots though, but Lurkers are arriving.
Yeah. Tarpman keeps like getting exactly what he needs at exactly the right time. Like that
is there no observer?
No, I don't think there is.
I don't think there's even an observatory.
No, there's just more shuttles coming.
Rough.
But I guess it doesn't matter if you can see the Lurkers if you just run past them. So
True facts. You don't need to see the lurkers if you don't want to be where the lurkers are.
Exactly. So this little force here, augmented by 2 DTs, is actually doing pretty well until we run into an Overlord. Oh, and lurkers are trying to catch up here, but taking a bunch of free damage from all these melee units. Oh my god. Aggie, you have like 6 zealots and a High Templar. This is when you run away. Like, this is not when you continue to charge it.
One High Templar with no energy and a dream.
Exactly.
Looks like AgGe is going to try to get this third up. I wonder if Tarpman is going to take the same strategic approach as last game of just like, I don't know, mostly not caring about that, it seems. And to me, it feels like he ought to be able to get a pretty strong contain off, given all the stuff that AgGe has lost and how many drones he has available. But it looks like he's pretty happy to just like get all the upgrades. I think we have 3 Evo chambers. We got Defiler Mound. We got Hive. Like, it's just being comfy.
Yeah, looks like he is trying to pressure this third base here, but not with too many Hydras. So the Hydras are going to go down, but they could be able to cancel the Nexus.
Yeah, this will have to be canceled for sure.
Oh, Lurker Eggs on the ramp. Super rude. Doesn't quite block it, but it's only one cell at a time to get up there. Good luck trying to fight with the Paddock. Let's see here. There's no observers, but I think we're about to see Storm Egg. Yeah. Oh, the Lurker gets canceled. So those 12 Hydras do die, but they cancel the third, and they thin out this army. I think we are going to see that contain that you're talking about. Maybe just a straight up bust. The minimap is full of Zerg units crawling across here.
Is there still no observer? I don't even see an observatory, man. Oh, there is one. Okay, finally. I was like, man, you're really believing in your ability to place those storms.
Exactly. There was a second shuttle with Templar in it. I don't. Oh, here it is. It's, it's about to go to the natural.
Sneaky in the corner and with the sneaky probe.
I think even if you killed all of the drones at the natural, it would not make up for the problems that Protoss has elsewhere. But let's see. Oh, looks like super fast reaction from Tarpman. Templar just gets back in the shuttle. Yeah. So going to enter the main now.
It's going to have to pull here, though.
Oh, nice dodge there with those drones. Oh, but they're all stacked now? Okay. So I think like 5 or 6 drones went down there. Pretty decent, and there is still more to this drop. But
does that Templar have any energy left?
Oh, I don't know.
There's a Zealot, which is pretty annoying.
Storm. Oh, nice. Drones walk through the storm. 4 or 5 more of them die. 17 kills on a High Templar. Okay, that's much higher than I thought it was.
AgGe finds this, or not AgGe, Tarpman finds this base, though. I mean, I think, like, the harass is good, but
yeah,
Zerg's got 10 hatcheries and 4 bases, right? So if the harass doesn't let you contest their army, it kind of doesn't matter.
Exactly.
There's a lot of goons, though. This contain is pretty light, you know? Like, it's not... This is not enough to hold.
But, like, AgGe needs to get, like, 2 more bases in order to get back in this game, I think. Like, you want your third base in 12 minutes, and then you want your 4th base shortly after that. Yeah. And there's still just a handful of units here at the third, which will get cleaned up as soon as any units show up, but they will kill this probe. Just make the expansion take that much longer.
Yeah. 4 Hydras will kill a Zealot. Zealots aren't that good.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it if you listen to non-Protoss plays.
You listen to me. I hate Zealots, man.
100 mineral ultras.
100 mineral ultralisk. Yeah, I'm not a fan. This attack feels a little wasteful from Zerg.
Yeah, I mean, you got a storm out of it. So who knows how the calculus works out.
I feel like Tarpman needs to either, like, if you're gonna sit. But if you're gonna fight, you gotta commit your whole army. Like, you can't be leaving all. You don't want to be like fighting with little parts of army at this point in the game against Protoss.
Right. Well, we do see Tarpman taking that base in the bottom right again, and another drone heading to the top left. So very consistent strategic outlook here.
But I mean, I think this is a good strategy because, like, honestly, you know, the Protoss army is scary at this point, but it can only be in one place. So if you just take both corner bases, like, they can't kill them both. If you've got the resources to do that, like, it's...
Oh, but the Zealot comes up to the top left, cuts off Tartman, kills that drone. So just a bit of revenge
OP.
there. Yeah, I can't believe one drone can't kill one Zealot. This game's
Can't believe one Zealot can just kill a drone like that. I don't know. Does the Zergling want to fight against an SCV? I'm not even sure. I think if they fight 1v1, the SCV might win. I'm pretty sure an SCV kills a Marine.
Yeah, I know that. An SCV kills a Marine. But, like, one Marine is, like, the worst unit in that game.
One Marine is the worst unit in the game, yeah. And the SCV is the best worker by far.
Exactly.
The SCV is the best worker because it makes Terran buildings.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And we got one probe and one Dark Templar lurking. They are slinking down to this base, I would say. And there is an Overlord already here that will see what is going on. Detect this subterfuge.
Do you think his plan was to, like, hold the Dark Templar at the ramp? And just
that would be pretty cute.
Why can't I get up this ramp? I guess it's bugged. Oh well. Just leave. Well,
definitely needs a base soon.
Right.
Zerg is getting Overlord sight range, which usually means a misclick, but you never know.
Yeah. There's been too many DTs in this game. I just want to catch them.
AgGe needs another base soon because he is mined out in both his main and his nat.
He's getting this fourth in the top left-ish.
But can he defend that?
Well,
I guess we'll find out.
He kind of has to.
He definitely defended from 6 lings.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
The base in the bottom right is shut down. We have Albert in the chat saying, I really need to change the hotkey for Overlord Sight. You just, like, remove the hotkey. Can you make it not a hotkey? Like,
I think you can unbind, or you can just bind it to something that's way out of the way. These lurkers got a burrow, though. Burrow, please.
Oh my god,
thank you.
They are burrow. There's a ton of damage coming out of those lurkers. I don't think there's enough here for Protoss unless we see some truly godlike storms, which we see one. Oh my god, I see another really sick storm with all the Zerg gets funneled through this choke point, but there's just so much Zerg stuff.
And the upgrades for Zerg are so good too. I think these Lings are at like 2-2. Yeah. Lings are at 2-2 with 3-3 on the way. They have crack. And that's an army that Protoss cannot afford to replace right now.
Right. And the fourth base is canceled, I think, or he killed. Did you say it was killed? I missed it because in the chat
I missed it.
Okay. Yeah, in the chat, Tartman is saying that the evasion was intentional. So
intentional because of the DTs.
I don't know. It says he's just like it for the late game.
I always make it by accident when I'm trying to make mutas because I have mutas bound to the same key as it. And so if I have no larva and I try to make mutalisks from my main hatchery, my hive, I end up researching Overlord sight range.
Have you changed the Scourge hotkey?
My hotkeys are all weird. I use a grid, like some people liked in StarCraft 2. I have it set up so that everything is on UWEASD ZXC, which I love, and lots of people think that I am insane for. So you can judge how you see fit.
I used to try that, but like I've spent too much of my life playing this game. Like I've memorized most of the hotkeys. Like I just changed some of the really dumb ones, like Scourge being on S. Like,
do you still have probe on P?
No, I put probe on E, but no. I tried probe on E because that's StarCraft 2, but I actually like probe on P now because like if you have your nexuses like starting at 0 and then going to the left, it's much easier to do a round of probes. Like 0P, 9P, 8P is like so much faster.
Damn, these sneaky probes, they never give up.
Oh my God.
Attempting to get this corner base again, getting some cannons up. Can't really afford a lot of cannons. One Ling is gonna scout it though. I don't think this base can last long if it is seen. Looks like Tartman agrees. We have a defiler. Do we even need a defiler? I guess that is 2 cannons, which is, really good. But it is 1 Dark Swarm, which is also really good.
Okay. I think the
Dark
psychological effect of a Dark Swarm on cannons is pretty strong. Like, it's more than just the math value of is it worth killing Zerglings for this.
Ways to say out without saying out. Exactly.
We have another big attack here at the natural of Aggie, and I think there might be enough Reavers and Stormir in the back
yes,
to survive it, but overall, it's not looking good for Protoss here.
I just don't see any way Protoss is ever going to take 4th base.
Right, like
he's not gonna. He doesn't have to die. He doesn't have to leave the game. But I don't think he's got a way to like win.
Exactly. Like Tartman is
Zerg is
covering
maxed
every single base at this point.
Storming your own observer.
Right.
It's so hard not to storm your observers, man. I tried playing Protoss, I cannot keep an observer alive ever.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like even with all these High Templar, like, this is inefficient for Zerg, but it just doesn't matter.
Exactly.
And there's the GG from AgGe.
Super mattered. As usual. Like, I storm at least one observer, like, every PvZ. I do it all the time.
I try for my PvZs to be over before I have to make observers. If it gets to that point, I'm gonna lose.
Because like mentally, like I have the observer in the control group with my units, and I attack. Like I just subconsciously hit the A move at whatever the biggest clump of Zerg units is, and then that's where I storm. So I just continually walk into storming my own observer every game.
It is painful. Excited to see what we got this time.
You gotta get the observer speed so you can get out of your own storms faster. Here we go. In the top right, the return of Theseus in the magenta Terran, which I think is his style. And in the bottom left, the red Protoss Y2 Kid.
Nice. And this map, I hear this map is very annoying PvT for reasons that might be about to be demonstrated by this probe heading out.
Yeah, the fact that this probe is leaving right away, this is going to be like at least one proxy gate.
It's very good for proxy gates. It's very good for gas steal too, which I know a lot of Terrans really hate having their gas stolen.
Yeah, I know. Arcade just kind of just accepts that he's not going to get gas on this map. So I think maybe this probe took a sudden turn here. I don't know if Y2 Kid like changed his mind or like realized that you can't build a part of the map.
This is a great proxy location, though. I love this. It's annoying. The SCV is not going to go there. You have to go way out of your way to get it. The other one that's fun sometimes is like what would be their third base. But,
but like, I feel like Terran checks their third base a lot more than they check this random corner of the map.
True. Well, it depends. It depends on like how neurotic of a Terran you're playing.
Right. I mean,
there's the gateway. Some of them are just, they're so like PTSD'd that they're going to check like every single corner, and then you just like 12 next instead, and they go into Artos' stream chat and complain about how Protoss is unbeatable.
Exactly. Dude, I love that Y2 Kid took the probe back and like tried to bring it from the normal scouting path. Because like I do that all the time. I'm like, they'll never know.
It's pretty cheeky.
Yeah. So Theseus has set up a micro hole here between the barracks and the depot. So
Theseus is going to scout it. Theseus knows how good of a spot this is. He's going to check it right away. Was not fooled by that probe, and has his gas too. So, in theory, he has the tools to hold this.
Right.
But in practice, zealots are good.
Exactly. We'll see here. There's no guarantees when Terran is like relying on that Marine to go through that hole. Like sometimes like an SCV will like randomly block it, or to take the long way around instead of going through. Let's see here.
It can be a real pain to micro. It's hard micro to do.
Well, we're getting the Cybercore before we get the assimilator, so I think something's gone wrong back in the Protoss main. But the Zealot is in Terran space here. Will the SCV dodge correctly? It will not. But the Zealot can't quite get to it. So when SCV does go down, we could see a second one here. It's pulled away right the last second there.
It's so painful how long it takes anything to kill a Zealot. They don't die, man.
So much
They're the immortal units. so much health. They have 1 armor just because, like, I don't know, they weren't good enough. I want to talk with whoever designed the Zealot like 25 years ago. Like, listen, man.
Yeah, like I want to know, like, did they have like a stats budget when they designed units, or they just like, you know, I think it'd be cool if it had 300 health, and then they worked down from there, like.
Like, why the 1 armor? You know, everything else I could see, but it's like, yeah, it's like it's their tier 1 unit, so like it should be impossible to kill.
Exactly.
If the other 2 races tier 1 unit should not be able to kill it. Like, damn. But I mean, did lose a couple SCVs, but not too many. Bunkers going down at the natural, so it should be safe. And I mean, it seems like Protoss is a ways away from like taking a Nexus or anything, putting down 2 gateways at home, because this gateway that's out on the map is kind of in danger.
Yeah, the thing is, like, Terran doesn't usually come to kill it. You know, I definitely don't know that from personal experience, because I would never proxy anybody. But like, like Terran is like, they're like a bit scared of, like, they come kill the gateway, that you'll just run by them and get back into their base. So they kind of just chill with the bunkers. So I feel like 3 gateways is kind of overkill, unless you're about to try to kill them with goons, which they've already seen. So
I was gonna say, I mean, 3 gateways may be the plan, but like, then you got to get rid of this SCV before you can do that.
Right.
Dragoon is out, doesn't have range yet though, so it can't be super annoying on the bunker.
Right. So like, I'm just worried that like Terran's gonna get this natural up, and Protoss won't be able to do any damage. And then, even though Protoss is ahead on workers right now, like, once that second command center is up,
yeah, that's gonna change. That's gonna change. Ooh, eBay block. Do it. Do it. Do it.
The stuff of my nightmares.
Oh, no. I guess there's like a Dragoon already out, so it's not gonna be blocked for that long. But I get a kick out of seeing Protoss get their Nexus blocked, because Protoss on the ladder they're willing to expend so many minerals to block my natural hatchery. So it feels like justice when I watch it happen.
That's how I feel like in a TBT when Terran blocks the expansion with a mine. It's like, oh, now you know.
It's not, doesn't it?
Yeah, except the thing is, like, Terran, like, they can just scan it and then kill it with the SCV, because they're bullshit. Or they can build the command center slightly off and then move it later. So even then, they just
build
really
their command center somewhere else. Like, man, you know how good it would be as Zerg if I could just build my hatcheries wherever and then move them? Damn, Terran OP.
It would make sense, because the hatchery is alive, so they should be able to, like, crawl around.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. StarCraft 3, y'all listening at Blizzard? StarCraft 3, I want movable hatcheries.
I mean, they did it with, like...
I want StarCraft 3 to exist as well, in case anyone's actually listening.
Oh, I don't think it's ever going to happen, unless Microsoft, like... But it'll be like Xbox.
It's going to be a mobile game.
Yeah.
And it looks like DC is playing pretty safe. Got an eBay here. I don't see a turret just yet, but that's the only reason to get the eBay. So... Protoss does have this Nexus up, not too much later than the command center, and is roughly even on workers, so that's pretty good. And is getting a shuttle out, and has an observatory. I wonder if he's going to be going for Reaver. I feel like shuttle no Reaver is pretty rare, but maybe it's just like some kind of a bulldog type.
Yeah. There is the bulldog, and we do see some zealots coming out of these gateways, so I think we are going to see at least an attempt at a bust. And like, there's only 2 tanks, and if you can drop zealots on one of them, that basically takes it out of the fight.
There's only one. Well, there's a 3rd tank now, though,
right?
And a 4th one on the way, and a 2nd factory coming. I feel like this is going to be a little late.
Yeah, we'll see though.
Like, maybe if you had done this off of one base instead of waiting for the Nexus, but the SAU is in your base, so it's not like you can really sneak it by that well. But yeah, we're picking up the Zealots. We got, how many goons are we on? Like 7-ish? Yeah, 7 goons. 3 Zealots in the shuttle. 3 total gateways. Observer coming in. There's no mines or anything. These Marines are positioning themselves as if
there was a drop.
Theseus expects something.
Yeah.
Did he see the shuttle? I don't think he could have seen the shuttle. a missile turret like right at this corner where this corner tank is could be really good.
One turret's not going to stop this shuttle, but it looks like that we're going to try to like bomb the SCVs.
The mineral line?
Yeah.
That could be good. I don't know.
Maybe trying to scout out the natural here with the flying vision.
I feel like at this point he's definitely waited too long for this to be able to do anything. There's 5 tanks out.
Yeah. They're all very scattered though.
True. The bunker has nothing in it either, which like that's these Dragoons could just like walk up and try to snipe this tank.
Alright. The shuttle's going to this tank, but there's 3 tanks and 4 Marines here ready to defend it. The one Zealot is going to get cleaned up. The Goons are running in. They're not sure what to focus on. They're trying to get the high ground tank, but the mischance is pretty brutal. The Zealots are on that tank behind the mineral, but behind the wall here. This empty bunker is going to go down, but there's 3 tanks on the high ground. I don't think Protoss has what it takes to break through this.
Not having the Marines in the bunker does make the hole a little harder, though, because like that's a lot of DPS that the Goons just don't have to deal with. We'll pick off the barracks, but yeah, I don't see Protoss getting in here. That's just too many tanks.
Yeah, 4 Goons is not going to do that.
And Theseus already has 5 factories, has +1 almost ready. We're getting both Vulture upgrades. I mean, this could just be a 5 fact. Does Y2Kid have enough to defend that?
I don't think so, especially after those losses. Maybe with like exploiting the high ground pods, because that is one of the things about this map is like it's bad for early Terran pushes because like if Protoss controls the high ground, Terran takes so many free shots going uphill.
Can you just go around?
You can, but that takes a lot longer.
True.
And like if Protoss like sees it, like they can run by you or something.
And it definitely seems like Theseus is gearing up for a push. I don't see a command center.
Yeah.
+1 is done. Starting +1 armor, though, so probably not a complete balls to the wall all in that case. Y2Kid's just taken a 3rd now, which feels a little late. I mean, this has been kind of an aggressive game from him, so not so much econ. Aaron's got scans, too. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the Theseus just wants to be safe with all this stuff. But I feel like a move out is usually coming soon. There we go. Big unsiege.
Yeah, and we see the 3rd command center here, so this push does not have to be all in for Theseus. It could just be reorganizing here to try to defend the 3rd and the natural.
That is a possibility. Looks like these Vultures are going to walk up the hill and find some Dragoons. And seems Theseus agrees with me that you can go around.
Going around.
You got that high ground? Cool. And
like
Y2Kid agrees with you that you can then backstab the reinforcements with all these Dragoons. Losing a tank is a little rough. I mean, I feel like he could just attack with these Goons, but now the tanks are coming back. That will make it harder to do that.
These Goons are kind of surrounded here. These mines could do big damage if Y2Kid doesn't micro out of them, but it seems like most of these Goons are going to get out of here safely. Oh, 3 mines there. Okay, we're okay. So now Theseus can just fight on this high ground. A lot of these Goons are in the red. This little valley here.
Yeah.
He's just getting a bit split up here, but Y2Kid not able to take advantage of that.
Still pumping many a Vulture as reinforcements. This is a lot of Goons, though.
Yeah, but with each volley, there's less Goons.
True facts. Is leg speed done? Leg speed is not done.
It's close. It'll be done by the time Terran actually fights. So this is going to be Y2Kid's chance to break this push. And actually, I feel like if Y2Kid kills this push, he'll be in a good spot because the Terran 3rd is just now landing. Like,
yeah.
If he kills this push, he'll be able to run up and fight that 3rd himself.
Terran doesn't have a science facility either, so when this +1 armor finishes, there's not going to be armory spinning. Science facility going down just now.
Exactly. And Y2Kid has a nice arc set up here for a complete surround when Terran does try to go down this hill.
Yeah, I feel like Terran should go home if he sniffs this out. Just save these tanks and go defend your 3rd.
somewhere.
Scouting vultures. Y2 Kid going for maybe a counterattack over here with some zealots and goons.
Yeah, maybe trying to flank these tanks in the middle.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think he is on sieges. I think he's going to continue this attack, which I think is going to walk right in front of this trap here. And as soon as these tanks on the siege, all these speed cells show up. Oh my god, Mind Drag into more tanks here. The reinforcements. This is going really well for Protoss.
That is good mines. And yeah, this is too many zealots. These tanks are all toast.
Very nice defense here from Y2 Kid. And now it's going to take Terran a long time to rebuild that army, and there's absolutely nothing at the third base. It's completely naked.
Yeah, I see one tank from Terran, 2 tanks now.
Right.
Like, Protoss can almost just A-move. Can't A-move through mines though. That'll do terrible damage. But I mean, how many gateways is Protoss on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These look like slightly panicked gateway placements.
Oh yeah, it's definitely like, oh god, I'm back right now. I have to build gateways. Like,
yeah, like 8 gateways plus one corner gateway that isn't seeing much use right now. Looks like he's getting arbiters and stasis. So
these goons are getting really brave here. I think Thesis has had enough time to build up this defense, but one tank does a good sniper. These goons about to just like run up the ramp. I think they might be being very careful to snipe mines.
Yeah, there's no tanks up here. It becomes very painful for Terran to kill them that way.
Oh my god,
it's
mines.
Like he is gonna have to
really worried a mine will
evacuate.
kill all these SCVs. Seems like it won't happen. So Theseus does save the third base. We have a tactical pause. Y2K Googling. How do I, like, what's the best fourth base?
How to beat tank.
Exactly. Yeah, tank too good. We do have a fourth base.
How do I make my opponent stop making tanks? Terran's getting his +2 attack now. I mean, I think Theseus is going to be on 1-1 for a while. I don't think it's going to be like a 2-1 timing coming anytime soon. And Protoss is just taking a fourth base, making arbiters, getting arbiter energy. Is there an arbiter out already? There is one.
Yeah, there's one in the middle. It's about to get stasis. Enough mana for stasis.
Dangerous position for Terran from here. And I mean, Terran's main is like almost mined out. Terran needs to get a fourth base pretty soon. And
yeah,
I don't think there's an easy fourth base available.
Oh, we got Hangs rating. Good to see you, Hangs.
What's up, Hangs? How's it going? We got these annoying observers just chilling, seeing the whole army. Watching everything.
Exactly. So, Theseus is definitely re-macroed up here, so I don't think Y2K can run in and kill Terran, but I also think that Protoss is completely fine with just continuing to expand. We even have the bottom right being sealed off here. So Protoss is going to be up to that critical 5 bases.
Yeah, and Theseus deciding that now is the time to kill this gateway.
Finally.
The proxy
is finally over. We can get into the macro game.
Yeah. Time for the mid game now. These vultures are derping around, trying to get up this ramp. They probably will kill this photon cannon because photon cannons that are warping in are made of wet toilet paper.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I feel like there must be like a hidden debuff that they build slower with enemy units nearby. Because, oh my god, it's so slow. Yeah, vultures kill it. Finally, some goons are gonna move down.
Can he glitch through? He cannot. And the vultures will be chased away.
Oh, I'm before 2 goons walk the mines for no reason. So could build this Nexus here if you wanted to.
Got the money. 2 Stargates now for the Arbiters. And it looks like Y2 Kid is, for now, content to just sit in this really big arc. Double dog dare Terran to ever think about taking a 4th base.
Exactly. Well, but he has maxed out though, so I feel like I always feel like when I'm maxed out, like I should attack.
Yeah.
Which is usually a mistake, I think. But I still get that urge.
But it's a mistake you like making.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Terran's almost maxed, and +2 attack just finished. So, in theory, is a little bit of a power spike for the Terran army here, but 4th command center is going up in Theseus's 3rd, but that 4th base looks far away to me.
Yeah.
And Recall is almost finished being researched.
There's an Arbiter waiting outside the 3rd base.
Yeah, it's just chilling, just hanging out with almost 150 energy. There's 3 missile turrets, which is not nearly enough to kill an Arbiter before it recalls. I think you need 20.
Yeah, like 20 or 30 will do it.
20 or 30, you're probably safe. But you never. But sometimes it'll just go off anyway. So
yeah, it's a game of chance. All right, we have 151 energy. Oh, and there it goes. It starts to scoot over. Oh, stops. Maybe trying to stack up some units. Yeah, I think these units outside the 3rd are being stacked up, so we can recall.
Here we go.
Decent recall here, but it's
Mostly
basically only
goons.
goons, but enough zealots to get on that tank. And this
Dragoons
wall
are
here,
good though.
Yeah, this wall here is going to make it harder for Terran to get into their own 3rd base.
Terran needs those supply depots from StarCraft 2 that you can just like drop down.
Exactly.
This Arbiter's gonna try to fight a missile turret. Die. A lot of Arbiters die that way.
Yeah,
Really
like
to update the Arbiter pilot training. Like stop fighting missile turrets.
yeah, it's like Artosis says like Arbiters would be better if they didn't have an attack. So Terran will clean this up, but not before mining is disrupted. This command center is on fire.
The ramp.
Oh,
man,
no!
that is so tilting.
Oh no!
I am ready to leave this game if I'm Theseus.
Yeah.
Not necessarily because it's over, but just I hate that so much.
Oh yeah.
And Protoss is going to attack while Terran's units are all askew, but Protoss has like no supply. I think they're going to lose this bit of army.
Yeah.
Nothing making out of the gateways. Really need to hit that macro cycle.
Exactly.
Because you're kind of giving Terran a window where you could get pushed, but Terran did lose a pretty good amount as well. It's 4 goons just derping around in this empty base while the command center burns down. Luckily, we have a spare.
Yeah, like that's one of the things about this map is there's not really room to build a second set
Gateway farm.
Of gateways. So you have to be like extremely on point with your SimCity and just fit as many gateways as you possibly can in your main. And so
other reasons I cannot play. Other reasons that I have to play Zerg is like I could never like stack up my gateways or my factories or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Hatcheries are easier.
Is that exactly 0 minerals? Until these
that is dire. It's
like,
trying to
desperately needs to mine so that it can keep this command center alive.
Oh man, the trials and tribulations of being a Terran on Eclipse. I mean, I just think that it's not in that bad of a spot, but like even if he reestablishes this 3rd, like it just seems like there's no way to ever get a 4th base without opening yourself up to everything in the Protoss bullshit arsenal.
Right. There's still a lot of tanks here, but they're completely unprotected. Like there's no money to build vultures even, so it's just the tanks left over, which is always a very scary position to be in.
Dangerous for sure. Meanwhile, Protoss is slowly but surely macroing back up. Did we lose all the Arbiters in that fight?
I think there's 2 more. There's one in the middle, and then there's one getting ready to recall again at the 3rd.
Nice.
But it seems like we have a stasis on 2 tanks.
Yuki.
Oh, on one
hit him with the stasis.
Oh,
yeah.
That one at the
Protoss just gonna go?
Yeah, I think Protoss is just gonna keep smashing his head in here until Terran leaves the game.
I guess Terran can't afford to replace any of the tanks he's losing, so that'll do it. But this, like, one D-Matrix tank just took out a whole squad of Dragoons. D-Matrix OP, Blizzard, please nerf. But Theseus sees the writing on the wall. He's gonna GG.
There you go. Very slugfest of a game. But Y2K does take it out in the end.
Big PBT energy.
Alright, just 2 more games to go.
Alright. I think what are we waiting for? We still haven't seen Y2Kid versus AgGe and Y2Kid versus... No, maybe Tarpman versus Y2Kid? No, we saw that one.
They're both AgGe. I don't remember.
They're both AgGe.
Let's see.
AgGe versus Theseus and AgGe versus Y2Kid, I think, maybe?
I think so. Yes, here in the top right, in the magenta Terran, it's me Theseus, and in the bottom left, in the navy blue that's too dark for the UI, it's iRk-AgGe.
They did play on top versus bottom, so you can change it if you want.
Yeah, we'll do that so I can read.
Please shout out because we're in preseason. Please play your games on top versus bottom. If you know what? Otherwise, if you like some color that looks great in your game, it does look great in your game, and then we can't read your name when we're casting. So top versus bottom, let's switch it to red versus blue.
Given
the replay.
Given how this season has gone so far, I'll be happy if you just upload your replays.
Also upload your replays.
We're missing so many replays, and it's preseason, so there's not a team manager who's hounding you for the replays or whatever. And I think with a lot of stuff going on, people have not been playing as many games, but it's just oh my god, some of these replays folders are completely empty. But anyway,
I've seen some groups that just don't have any replays supported or no replays reported.
Yeah. I think in both of my groups,
games?
I was the only one who uploaded any replays, at least for a while. So we have Theseus building a wall at the natural, which I think is almost always some kind of mech play, right? Because if you can wall off tightly, which I'm not sure you can do with this map.
No, I think usually you see a wall with bio.
Okay.
It looks like AgGe, though, is going for 9-pool speed, which is kind of danger zone against this wall. I guess we'll see. I think the wall will be done in time if he places the second depot.
Is it tight? Is it link tight? I have no idea.
I don't think this one is ling tight, but I don't think you usually need it to be ling tight.
Right, because if you can wall one SCV, it's really good anyway.
Yeah, you can just plug it with SCVs the same way Protoss does.
So, Theseus says in chat, it is not ling tight, which could be a potential hint at how this game works out.
But yeah, 9-pool speed coming out. It looks like this gas feels a little late. Maybe it was... maybe it's going to be layer first instead of speed.
Well, he's
not making speed, so this could be...
It's just dipole gas, not even speed.
Oh, there is speed, okay. Yeah. You can, so when you go 9-pool layer, cancel speed makes the layer. There we go. When you go 9-pool layer in ZBZ, you usually take the gas a little bit later because you're not going to have the minerals to make your layer when you have the 100 gas. But yeah, I think this is going to be lurkers. We'll see, because if that's the case, AgGe does not need to get in here. He's just making Terran afraid and preventing a scout.
Exactly.
You can't just let the
SCV just runs out of there.
The cheek.
Yeah, see, this is the AgGe that I know. We saw him play Protoss. It was super standard, little Billy 730 push. But that was no. I'm going to trick you into thinking I'm doing one cheese. So I'm actually doing a different cheese.
I'm surprised he didn't try to hide a hatchery. That's his
yeah. Where is the proxy hatchery? To get slow drop so you can proxy hatch in Terran's range.
So Terran is not going to see what Zerga's doing, but not seeing a natural here. This drone blocking the ramp.
Not blocking the ramp. Oh my god.
Blocking the ramp. That drone is fired. Is getting sent home.
That drone
sees the Hydra Den.
That drone's gonna get turned into a sunken that defends nothing.
Yeah. He's gonna turn into an extractor, man.
Yeah,
That looks horrifying. I would not want to be an extractor. And yeah, so I mean, Terran should know this is coming. Getting a machine shop, that I don't know about. I feel like you just want more barracks so you can fight this off.
Yeah, I guess like he's trying
Definitely
to wall
want
off behind his, to get a tank with siege mode behind his wall, but you definitely want some kind of detection. I gotta
Action
follow.
is a good thing to have.
Yeah, I gotta follow from Carousel and W. So thank you for doing that. That scouting SCV does get caught behind a tree here, but it's already done its job.
Yeah.
I'm really worried that there's no detection here. Like, you see a one base layer and a Hydroden. Like, what else could it be? I mean, even if it was a Mutas, you'd still want some kind of turrets, right? I'm very concerned.
Yeah, no, I want to see a missile turret here soon. I don't want to see a command center.
Right.
I don't know about that, man. I mean, maybe if you feel like you've scouted it now and so he's not going to be able to get away with it.
Yeah, you're like, aha, I caught you. You won't do it now. But
yeah, but that's not how AgGe plays at all.
We even have the slow drop coming, and there's an Overlord here to the left of the main, ready to scoot those.
The slow Overlord.
Yeah. Did you watch StarCraft 2 in that dark period of time where you could like individually upgrade Overlords with drop? And it was on hatchery tech. Yeah, that was.
When was that?
That was the start of Legacy of the Void. Like it was.
Oh, I never watched Legacy of the Void.
Yeah. Well, okay, we have one lurker running up here at the front. There's no detection. There
no
is
detection.
The eBay is on the way, but it's gonna be hard to build this turret while you're under siege. And the whole thing is that there's still that lurker, that Overlord in the left here.
Yeah, and these depots forming the wall are gonna get lost, which is annoying. But I mean, the thing for Terran though is like, you don't even need this natural. You can just like lift this CC off. Zerg has 14 drones.
Right.
Like
Terran
is broke.
Terran is completely fine staying on one base in this scenario.
Oh, but here's the slow Overlord with one lurker and four Zerglings. While the focus is at the front, and this one annoying lurker that is just repeatedly poking this bunker like it's some kind of PVT.
Oh my god, Aggie, please remember you have this drop. There we go. The lurker's in. We have lurker number 2 going up the ramp here. There's no turret in the main. There's an academy coming. But there's not even that many units to kill these lurkers. Like, there's one bunker full of Marines, and there's 4 tanks, which will be really slow to get over there and kill those lurkers.
The academy takes a while to make.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be a painful end to this game.
Oh, no.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, there's no reaction. Thesis is looking somewhere else. Oh my god, the SCV start blocking. 7 kills, 9 kills.
Instantly GG.
GG, yep.
You maybe, I feel like you maybe could have pulled your SCVs and mine from the NAT, but yeah, I don't know. I would leave.
Oh yeah, same.
I would want to leave. Saw that happen, just like, oh no, I'm done. We're done here.
We've got 1 game left.
Nice. This one is AgGe versus Y2 Kid, I think.
Yeah, but you'll see. There's something unexpected here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Game type melee, not top versus bottom.
Oop, that's the wrong thing. There we go. So, in the Terran, we have Aggie, and in the bottom left, we have Y2 Kid as Protoss. So I think Aggie is race picking like the disadvantaged matchups, like because we saw PVZ, CVT, and now TVP. So Aggie is just flexing on all of this.
That would be an interesting race pick for sure. Race picking into TVP that's a decision.
Exactly. Like we have other race pickers in this tournament who dodge. Like Terran and then dodge. TVP.
I don't think you should be allowed to do that, man. Like I already think that race picking out of the mirror is kind of silly. I really think that some of these race picks though, people are like, oh, I want to play like you want to play ZV.
Yeah.
You know, like ZVZ is ZVP and PVT. Like, no, man, you can't do that. Come on, it's like you can't just be like, oh, I want to sub my hardest matchup for like one of the easiest matchups. It's like, yeah, don't we all? But
I don't know. I love when I play against a race picker because like they don't know as many of like the secrets of the matchup. So like if you cheese them, like they're screwed because like they just won't know what to do. But like I don't think AgGe's doing it for some kind of like advantage. I think AgGe just wants to do goofy stuff. But,
yeah,
like I'm really curious to see what we see here out of AgGe because like he does play really standard Protoss and then really goofy Zerg. So like what is his turn gonna be?
yeah. Let's see what's in the middle. Can you really play that goofy of Terran? I feel like Terran's the hardest race to play goofy with. You don't have any.
You can do like a bio rush.
Wraith.
Yeah. Well, like I want to see somebody do like a cloaked wraith build. Like I'm surprised that nobody ever does it. Like it's not going to be good. It's not going to have a high win rate, but like somebody should try it at least once because like you don't get your observer that early. Like you don't get cannons until like your third base is done. So like there should be some times when Protoss is being greedy and you just kill them because they have no detection.
Yeah, plus you can pick off observers pretty well with a Wraith and scan.
Yeah.
But don't know if that's what we're going to be seeing in this game. Depot, that's an interesting depot placement. I feel like that is going to be mega annoying once you're macroing on a bunch of factories, but maybe it's good against the Zealot.
I'm not sure, because it's like not even like on the side of the ramp.
Yeah, it's not like with anything.
Middle. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that. It could, if we want to be real big brain, it could mean that he's going to go bio, because Marines won't have too much trouble with that, with a depot.
True. Marines will not mind.
But this could also be that he's race picking, and he doesn't play this race, so he doesn't know what he's doing. Let's see here. So the probe is going to get shot out of the ramp. AgGe absolutely does not want anything to go up this ramp. He's got 2 Marines and an SCV, so whatever his secrets are, he's keeping them to himself. I really hope it isn't just a 2-fac. Like, I would be kind of disappointed because we have this factory coming and still we have 3 guys on gas, which is usually a sign of a 2-fac. Maybe it could be like a 1-base drop. Yeah, 2-port rate. Oh, no, it's 2 factories. But one of them is proxied and might even get lifted into the Protoss. There you go.
There's the AgGe twist.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way he's just going to do like just a plain 2-fac.
Yeah, so this
a bit bit bland.
This isn't
for
cheddar,
taste.
but it's not like brie either. It's like Colby Jack or something.
Yeah, slightly fancy.
Yeah, I do like the fake bunker at the net. Like it's still kind of late, but like Protoss will have to like commit to taking some damage from the bunker to confirm whether or not the command center is actually here.
Can't show that 5th Marine though. That's a
that's a huge shell, and he does keep it up the ramp. So nice.
Not sure if Protoss is going home because they feel like something is coming, or if they're just feel like it's time to go home now. But
yeah, I think you should
there's
leave
a factory floating into the Protoss base at the moment.
Oh, is Y2K going to see it there? I'm not sure. There's a little space here. I'm not sure if. Okay, now I'm sure because that probe left. So yes, there definitely is room to build this factory. How good is it though? Like 1 or 2 vultures? I mean, I guess if it coincides with the push at the front.
I would wait for the 2nd vulture myself.
Yeah,
I feel like once you have 2, you can like one-shot the probes. I feel like you don't want to do this with your SCV because
no, you don't want to draw the goon in there.
Yeah, like the goon's in there now.
Let's see.
Y2K has like no probes. I mean, this is. I guess he knows it's a 2-fac. He's putting down more gateways, but.
Oh, you can see the factory if you're Y2 Kid. If you look at the minimap, so Y2 Kid could know, but I don't know how often you're going to look at your minimap.
Here come the vultures.
Oh, they're placing
mines
right in front of the gateways. That's absolutely dirty.
Oh my god, that's like So I think this is against the Geneva Conventions.
Definitely.
War crimes.
We might. So most of the probes survive. They make it to the natural, but But oh, these goons are going to walk up and take the mine hits right as this push is going to come from the front. The push isn't even that strong, but with how divided Y2Kid is here, I don't know if he can stop it.
Marines taking out this pylon too, which will unpower the observatory. I guess does it matter if the observatory is unpowered?
No, it still counts for the build unit side of it. But
you can't mine here. There's 3 vultures in this base. You can't mine from this base.
Oh no!
It's just gonna lose all the probes. Oh my goodness.
Oh well, those mine hits are super close to killing those probes. But we got 2 tanks. We have a bunch of Marines. Goons are busy trying to clear mines out. I think AgGe has done it.
And there's just nowhere for the Y2 kid can mine. I mean, you can keep these probes alive by staying away from his mineral lines, but that's not a very effective strategy most of the time. Last goon's gonna die, and that's GG.
Alright, that was the last game that we have here tonight. Thanks for casting with me, Packrat.
Thanks for having me.
We're pretty good. I'm going to find someone streaming StarCraft to host. And then I think tomorrow there's going to be at least one cast planned. I think Simo's doing it. Simo or Nightcat. One of those two. So make sure to tune in for that. And of course there's the matches of the week on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then I'm doing Mondays and Thursdays. So there's going to be plenty of CPL content to watch. Let's do Jayan. He's cool.
Very exciting.
So we're going to raid Jayan. Alright, thanks guys. See you next time. Almost.